We're recording. Woohoo!
Do not consent. I do not consent.
That really sucks.
Haven't told me that he consented on behalf of Elliot, so.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Basically, that's what happened. Anyway, we're gonna pick up from last session. You guys were making your way through the through the forest. There's not really a name to it yet, but they're a forest by Crimdon village. In hopes to find some dandelion mushrooms. And on your journey encountered a couple of obstacles. So I believe you first wandered into you first came across a couple of like random dug up spots across the forest, but unfortunately you weren't really able to figure out too much about that. You then Ivan, you had your watch stolen. Not your watch, your mirror stolen. By a little fairy. Which you managed to get back as you helped the fairy instead of trying to harm it, and freed its companions that were trapped in a cage that seemingly is a construction of the Imperial mages. As you were beginning to head off once again, Ivan decided to use his vocal ability, his ability to draw attention to himself and try to speak to the spirit that might have caused the strange mist you were in. And while you succeeded to, in some regard, um, you were then very quickly knocked off the tree you climbed up, knocked off your high horse, by a giant boulder of ice.
I do not approve of being called a high horse. But continue. First of all, it's a tree. Second of all, high horse implies that Ivan was high and mighty when he was actually just a humble servant of the world.
Of course. You're so humble. You're probably the most humble there has ever been.
He's the main character, but he downplays it a little bit. There's no
Course.
high horse.
Cool.
So, in the process of that, you did get the first injury of the game, I believe.
I did, my wound.
Lol.
And now we're at a crossroads. In front of you, in front of the group of people that were knocked away, you see a giant cross between like a wolf and a fox. But its body is constructed purely of like water, and then some parts of the exterior like kind of have somewhat frozen. Particularly around the claws themselves and the eyes are very clearly there's just like sharp, jagged ice. That would probably hurt a lot if you were to get hit by it.
Mhm.
You, despite despite the large imposing creature in front of you, you do see off in the distance your intended goal. Just behind the this giant spirit is a river kind of running perpendicular to where you guys are facing. The river itself is racing, but behind it is a series of shrines. Two of them, it looks like there's three, but two of them have like worn down over time, so they've basically fallen apart. But there is one that remains perfect, almost like it hasn't been touched by nature or any human in decades or even centuries.
Mhm.
And from within that shrine, you see the glow of basically the sun radiating out, which is one of the most notable features of dandelion mushrooms. They grow bright in the night. Thanks to that, you do have visibility, despite it being basically. You'd probably assume it's midnight at this point, based on how long you've been out.
Mhm.
So you do actually have visibility in this space. As the creature, the giant spirit, kind of looks towards you, it doesn't look entirely hostile in that first moment, despite its previous actions. But it looks at you in a mixture of there is anger, but not directed at you, but also just curiosity of what the fuck you guys are doing here. And it's and it as it looks over you, you see its eyes kind of fall down by your feet and then slightly to the side, and it sees the uh Ferentum cage, the spirit cage that kind of resides by your feet, and the curiosity quickly disappears, and you see a rising anger.
Can I like kick the cage to show that we don't like it?
You're
Or
not
am I too? Oh no,
there.
I've been blasted away at this point. Yeah,
You're
never
not
mind.
there, so you're getting you've got a face full of ice boulder, but you are able to it didn't land on top of you, so you are able to get up. But as you feel the anger inside of the creature beginning to stir, the kind of fog around you that kind of formed this line as Ivan called out, begin to circle instead, and it formed like a dome around you guys, uh, a dome which you can see is dragging up trees and debris, almost like you are basically in the eye of a hurricane.
Fuck.
Uh,
That's not good.
No.
uh,
See, I need to stop thinking like Wanda, because Wanda wants to make a break for the mushrooms while the creature's distracted with you, but Ivan probably wouldn't do that.
uh, you see
I know your name. Flynn.
Flynn. I
Flynn.
don't know if Elliot's back yet. One sec.
Oh no.
Elliot.
This guy.
Sorry, yes,
That's
I'm here. I
that's
did hear
Milo,
that. I
but
just talk.
Milo is unreasonably catatonic for some reason. So
See Milo
Uh.
holding his heart and writhing on the ground.
So yeah, we'll worry about him later.
you will.
Uh,
You know
is
anything about this?
I ain't and I've seen a spirit that big before. I don't know if he can. I assume we can communicate. Look, we don't want to harm you. I'll try and kick the cage. Look, we're just trying to get through.
I'm gonna say before I resolve what will happen with that. Flynn, you do see Ezra in the distance, past the river. And as the wind begins to the wind does pick up around you, and as it does so, you can very quickly see Ezra struggling to stay afloat. And that applies to, I believe I think it's Conrad is the pigeon.
I think
And that
Conrad, yeah.
Yeah, and that applies to Conrad as well. You see both of them, who initially seemed like they were just a bit lost and confused, are now struggling to remain afloat. As you kick the cage and say what you said, I'm gonna have you roll. Apologies. What am
Please
I
don't
gonna have
die.
you roll? What are the social ones? Presence, composure, and wit.
Presence, cunning, and composure.
Presence, cunning, and composure. I'll let you choose between presence and composure for this roll.
I will do composure because I am slightly better at that. That is a 5 on 2d4.
You don't think that you get to like the spirits. It
No.
is not listening.
Okay.
But I wanna say that from your understanding of spirits, unless they are like tricksters by nature, like pixies are, like you experienced not too long ago, spirits don't get angry for no reason.
Yeah.
So there is something that has happened,
Yeah.
but this spirit is past the point of listening.
Okay.
As
I'll,
I try
I'll
and
you,
grab the spirit's attention
Hmm?
and have it focus on me instead. Can I try and grab the spirit's attention and have it focus on me instead? I don't know if I still have my voice amplifying magic up, but I just be like, oh, wait, no, wrong voice. Oh, spirit of Crimson. We mean you no harm. We only wish to help you with your predicament in which you find yourself. Here, please, let us help you. Let me help you, please.
as you say that, I'm gonna that will be a presence roll.
Happily.
You may
I'm good
add
at this.
your magic d4, I think, to
Oh.
that as well.
Heck yes. That is excellent. That is 13.
13.
Yeah.
Okay.
3d6 plus 1d4.
The creature, this guardian, does turn its gaze towards you, and as it does that, I'm going to say, Myra looks to you. Your sword itself, I think, is Ferentum, right, Flynn?
my sword. No, my sword
Your sword
isn't.
isn't.
No, sword is just metal.
Have you used your dagger at all? Because I know your dagger is.
I have not. No,
Okay.
I remember I like put it away from. I think that the pixies didn't like it.
Yeah.
But I haven't used it.
Okay. You'll see Mara turn towards you as the attention of this creature is kind of directed away, and says, and asks, "Do you know how experienced are you in fighting a spirit?"
A little bit. I would prefer not to, but I can. If it's, I just don't want to harm it. If it's the spirit of the sport.
Rosalind kind of turns to you at this one. It's like, we, I mean, we can't kill it, but unless its anger subsides, we're not getting out of here alive.
Yeah.
There must be a reason why the spirit's angry. It wouldn't cause this much of a commotion otherwise.
There must be someone else in this woods that laid the traps that it's pissed off at.
Mara kind of turns back towards Spirit just to keep her in its silence. Like, we need to save your familiars, and we do need to get those mushrooms. If there's someone else in these woods, I mean, we'll probably figure out. But until then, I think getting towards the shrine and your familiars might be our best course of action.
But I'll pass Mara one of the Ferentum, like dagger.
Yeah.
Like this is really bad for spirits. Only use it if you have to. Just use it for protection. We're gonna go around this way and try and circle around and get to the mushrooms and get to Ezra.
Okay. I will take Rosalind with you. I will try to keep it distracted with your friend over there.
Panda, are you gonna come with me?
Yeah. Let's go.
All right. We'll.
Okay.
I think we're gonna run around and try and grab familiars and things.
Okay. Just to give you a little, I've got a little diagram on my thing in front of me, just to showcase this. But I'll send that in Discord, just so it's a bit clear what the situation is. Where are we? Pictor. Boom. It's a very well thought out drawing.
I bet.
So well thought out.
Hell yeah.
Whee!
She.
So red dot
Picasso over here.
red dot is wolf.
The red dot is the wolf. The green dot's at the bottom, which I don't know if they look very green there. The big group is the big group, and the one is Ivan.
Yeah.
I see.
There is a tree that rests over the river, which you would be the bridge that you would probably have to use.
Okay.
And then just past that, that's where the two familiars are, and then you see the shrines in the distance.
Right.
I could say, like, you could make a break for it at the moment, but until you have like a proper path, you're probably running head into danger if you like try to run.
Okay. Ivan, can you maybe like lead it away?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing. I don't know if I'm
Okay,
close
cool.
enough to plan that with you, but that's definitely what I intended to do with my
Yeah.
13 presents.
Honestly, I'll try and like shout at Ivan. Ivan, lead it away, and we'll run around and grab all the shit that we need, and then try and meet back at somewhere.
I'll whisper shout back, please don't outline our plan in front of the creature in case it can understand us.
He doesn't know shit.
Me talking to it is reliance on it understanding us.
The gaze does.
Sorry, I said that in this voice.
The gaze does stick on you, Ivan, but I think you recognize this creature. It does see that there are people closer.
Mhm.
And as that happens, you see Mara kind of break off from you guys and run slightly towards creature, but more at a diagonal. And pulls out, has her own sword in one hand and then the dagger in the other.
If she's going up, I'll go up and help her and be like, Ivan, if we can, oh, not Ivan, Fendor, if we can keep it distracted, you can run around and grab shit.
Yeah, sure. Let's do this.
She'll turn. She like as she runs up, as Mara like breaks away from the group, she'll turn to Rosalind and be like, "Rosalind, go with Thandor."
Yeah.
And then breaks away, and then begins to like kind of hit her swords, her weapons together, to make some sort of noise. And
Yeah.
the wolf is going to begin. You see the hind legs bend, and the body get low, and then pounces forwards and starts breaking towards Myra.
Can I try and do like an illusion behind me of just it's gonna be like just light, but if I can try and make the light look like fire to give the impression that the forest behind me is on fire, but it is just like light and illusion. I'm not trying to actually start a fire. But hopefully that would like scare
Forest
the
fire.
wolf into thinking the forest is on fire. Seems like a guardian spirit, so hopefully that would mean it would forego violence or forego attacking Myra and prioritize dealing with that.
I will say roll your. Ooh. Roll your presence and then add your magic to that.
Excellent. I'm playing to my strengths. Oh, even better. That is 18.
18. So almost rivaling the light of the daylight mushrooms. All of you kind of feel a glow behind you, as a like orange light begins to like overtake the surroundings. I'm gonna say the creature. It the spirit is going to attack Mara once, but does notice like this apparent fire in the distance.
Uh, mhm.
What are the rest of you doing? As like,
Mara can handle it.
If it's going to try and attack Mara, can I go and kind of help her and maybe whip up like a little magic-y shield?
yes. What I'm gonna
Okay.
say though is, how this is gonna work is you can let Mara kind of take the attack, and she will make a check, and failing would result in an injury. If you try shield, I'm gonna say you both make a check, and it can result in both of you getting injured if you roll poorly. But the check is a bit easier.
Okay. What would the check be? Question?
I'm gonna say with with a magic shield, I'm gonna say will, plus your magic dice.
Okay. I'll do that. I'll try and help Mara.
Cool.
And that should be enough distraction for Thandor to be able to go around, maybe.
Go ahead. Yeah, make the roll.
Okay.
If you'll see.
3d6 plus 9, 10 plus. Oh, the magic one explodes.
Let's
14.
go.
Oh, it explodes again. 18,
Jesus fucking Christ.
and then a 1, so 19.
19, and then Mara rolled a 7, her constitution. But I'm gonna say with the fucking 18,
Mhm.
the claws that are like fully just icicles come down and are stopped by like what does your shield look like?
I imagine it'll come up as kind of like just a golden honeycomb type thing, hexagonal golden light shield.
Cool. So it's like it almost kind of just gets stuck in the shield rather than like being fully stopped. Just get kind of halts in the shield because of the resistance. And as you kind of do that, Mara shouts to Thandor and Rosalind to run.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have Thandor. I'm gonna have you roll a. I'm gonna say this is gonna be an agility check or a strength check.
We'll go with Joe.
Okay.
Wonderful.
So you make it past the wolf. It is very hard to run at this point. There is it has still rained, so the ground is not nice to run, and your feet are like constantly getting stuck. And you are in a forest. There's a lot of shrubbery, but you are able with a stick. You're able to kind of get past. Rosalind drop is not as fast as you, but is still like isn't too far away from you just yet. And then as you kind of run, I would say, Ivan, what are you doing?
Now it's running in our direction, so I think I'm still just trying to like speak to it, trying to be like, we mean you no harm. We are wish to forage. We see spirits in trouble. We try to help spirits. We are here to try and help save the forest. We are not your enemy here. And as I'm saying that, I think I want to kind of dull the flames down that it is, or dull the light, because it is coming our direction anyway. So I want that to seem genuine and not like I'm standing in front of a forest fire. We mean you no harm.
Fair enough. I'm gonna try do this. I'm gonna give us a turn order to some extent, so there is like a semblance of an order of operations. So what I'll say is I'll have everyone roll just a base d20, and we'll just use that as the kind of initiative.
I'll use the D20 tavern baby. I'll never use it again. It's cursed. I got a 3. Actually, it wasn't a 1, so you know what? Maybe I'll use it somewhere.
Wasn't 1, so it's fine. You're so bad.
I'm gonna say this first one is. I'm gonna have Mara and Rosalind just do their turn on the same action, because that is easier to think about.
Yeah.
And then
Me going last might be very bad if people still choose to fight the
so
wolf
they're
when I'm
quite
trying to
they're
peacekeep.
quite early, and then this will be the spirit.
Nice.
Damn.
Ooh.
Woo.
Damn.
Well then.
Okay.
Intriguing.
18 and 18 and 16. Okay, so the because I think would be funny, the fox is gonna go first.
Fair enough.
Spirit, and then I'm gonna say it was Rosalind and Mara. Fandor. Then we have who was first? It was Flynn with a 4, and then Ivan with a 3. So how this is gonna work is you can basically make one meaningful like roll per turn, I guess. But you can do like other things. Like you may be prompted to roll for other things, but there will be like one major action essentially, just like how D&D would work, I guess. As we start the turn order, then I'm gonna it's gonna be the spirit first.
Mhm.
It just attacked you and Mara, and you're able to deflect it, but as it sees the glow behind you, while you have, while Ivan, you try to persuade it otherwise, it does kind of recognize the light as a threat, and it will kind of almost use your honeycomb shield as a boost and just hop over you.
Okay.
And sprint towards you, Ivan. Looking more direct towards the light, but you are in its path. And it's only really going to make that one succinct movement. And I'm going to say that's its turn.
Perfect. This was my plan the whole time.
Enjoy.
So then
Go back.
then is Rosalind and Mara. Rosalind is just gonna continue to run, and will make it to the bank of this river. And Mara will turn and start running towards you as well, Ivan. She like begins to follow the spirits. That's gonna be them. Then it's you, Thandor.
I'm going to continue running towards the bank of the river.
Cool. Okay. This time around, I'm not gonna have you roll, so you are able to make it to the bank. As you kind of get to the edge of this river, you can tell similarly to how the wind has picked up. This river is rushing far faster than it naturally should be, and you can see it like pulling its bank, like parts of earth from its bank into the river, and that getting like swept up.
I will begin to attempt to cross it via the tree very carefully, because I don't think Fandor knows how to swim.
That is interesting. This is gonna be an agility check. You want, I'm gonna say a 5.
Cool.
This won't
Don't
get
fall in the
you.
river.
Yeah, this won't get you entirely across the tree, but it will get you a slight, like most of the way.
Is that roll a 1?
Fuck you
That is
guys.
pretty good.
Oh shit, that's good.
The cat.
Yeah, so almost as if you've been climbing trees over tenuous rivers all your life. You do make it basically halfway through halfway onto this tree, and you see Rosalind kind of get behind you and also like starts making her attempt, but that's gonna be her next turn. I'm gonna say that's your roll. You do see very like almost as you see the two familiars that are now on the ground trying to like basically stay in place but are still being dragged up by the wind. And you also see in front of you by like in between the three shrines there looks to be like something on the ground just in the middle.
Oh, I'd love to be able to get there.
Okey-doke. I'm gonna then move to Flynn.
Indeed. What's Mara doing? Is she not before us?
Mara chose to follow the spirit, so she turned
Okay.
and began to follow where it went.
Okay. It seems like that. It seems like both of them have got it covered. I'll start going towards Thandor for now, I think.
Cool. Since you're making a breakthrough, I'll just have you repeat that roll of just making sure you can actually traverse forest. Also, make an agility or a strength check. Actually, no. Say agility or constitution.
I will do Constitution. I'm better at that. That is a 9.
It is a 9, and you are fine to walk. So you are able to like successfully get. I'm gonna say you can get to the riverbank, and this time you're not going to like trip over any branches or anything. So you'll be making the tree roll if you're trying to get on the tree next time.
Yeah.
Cool. And then I'm going to move to Ivan.
I think Ivan, if you'll allow me, is going to matador the ice spirit, and I'm just going to stand there for as long as I can. Basically, I just want to try and project like, because what the vibe I got was like it was angry not at us, but then it's turned that anger on us because of the cage. So I'm going to basically show it that like we're not like I'm not afraid of you. I mean you no harm, and I'm just going to kind of stand there and let it run really close to me and like try and like yeah. I just want to stand there basically. Dimming the lights behind me so it looks less like an inferno and probably just so like I'm illuminated. I think at this point,
Just
now that everybody
standing there
obviously don't want to
menacingly.
scare it. Yeah, but like the opposite of menacing. Like, hey, I'm not afraid of you. You don't need to be afraid of us. We're here to help.
Okay. Uh,
I like
I'm
that.
gonna I'm gonna say roll a composure check for
Composure.
me.
Excellent. Can I add empath to it?
Yes, you can add empath to it.
Excellent. I was really relying on that. But I might need it. So oh fuck. Okay, well I missed the dice trick completely. Where'd my dice go? There it is. Okay. Oh, Pog explodes. So that's 11 plus
Oh, good.
4, so 15 plus 2, 17.
Okay. So
Yeah, I'm rolling. I'm
the
on fire tonight.
yeah, you see this giant spirit as the light begins to subside. It does turn its gaze more towards you as you bring this glow behind you. As it kind of sees the light dissipate and also just kind of sees you standing there without fear. You see it run. It's just gonna change its path and run directly towards you. Uh, and that's gonna be, I'm gonna say, your turn. So following you would be the spirit itself. So as it sprints towards you, and you stand there, it is just going to attack you.
I welcome it.
It's gonna hit 2 of the 3 wounds.
Oh god.
It's fine.
So I'm
I'm gonna
gonna.
tame this ice spirit.
Okay. What is it? What is it gonna roll? Because that's that's a number you're gonna have to beat.
Maybe I should have not
'Cause
have trusted Ivan to be fine.
you're kind of taking this
No,
attack.
Ivan's gonna be fine.
So I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
You trusted Ivan to do whatever. Ivan then shouted and went, "Come attack me, you stupid spirit!" And
I did absolutely not that. What the? What interaction are you watching?
You're just gonna stand there and
So-
take it.
you might as well have done.
To not get an injury here, you'll need to roll an 11 on Constitution.
Ooh.
Oh,
Can you
was my
do that?
D4?
I'm gonna let the empathetic carry over, so you can roll your empathetic here as well.
2d4.
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah. Yo,
Right,
2d4 for an
2 4.
11.
I just need to explode a couple times.
You gotta get a 4,
Right.
a 4, and then another one.
Alas, I did not get. I got a 4, but not on my empath dice. So
Oh.
that is a 5, I'm afraid.
So as you kind of stand there fearlessly, you do just
Yep.
feel a giant icicle pierce through like almost your shoulder
Okay.
Yep.
as you get.
Can I roll a composure to look unaffected?
Sure, yes, you can.
Cool.
He's
I want to
bleeding
look
out. He
fearless.
looks fine.
Can I add actor to it?
Yes, yes, I will allow it.
Excellent. Right, that is a 8 total.
An 8 total. I'm just gonna let you stick with that number until the next turn, and we'll figure out what happens.
So 8.
An
Okay.
8. So yes, you will get
Second
another
injury.
injury.
That was from an icicle, perhaps?
That was from its
Injury number
claw,
2.
which is basically an icicle.
Cool.
Well, that's good.
Don't
As
laugh. This is
that
great.
happens, it is then Rosalind and Mara. You see, Mara kind of. Mara sprints further towards the wolf and leads with her sword, but as she gets like within like striking range of this creature, she does first kind of as she's coming over shout towards you, Ivan, and is like, Ivan, Ivan, are you okay? Are you alive?
I'm fine. We do not scare it further. It is already afraid. It is scared. It is lashing out. Do not intimidate it.
What? She is still going to attack. So as you kind of say that,
No!
she's like, this creature's going to kill you if you don't do anything about it. And like
I am fine. Leave creature be.
clears a bit of the ice away with her sword, and then goes to stab with the like silver iron dagger.
No! Why'd you give that to Mara, you idiot?
When did you
These people
take
hate
a hit,
spirits.
you silly?
What am I gonna roll? Okay, so Mara's gonna roll a
How did it happen?
2d6 for this.
Yes, I let it happen.
Uh,
Ivan loves spirits. And this spirit and these
Seven.
spirits here
The
are being
creature is
discriminated
going to roll.
against by an whatever it's called. By a what's the word? By an ignorant village.
Okay,
True.
so you see Mara almost clear away one of the legs with like her sword, and kind of runs not through it, but like as like there's like a gap of water as she like slashes with her sword, and kind of runs through that to where you are, Ivan, with this now giant like wolf leg on top of your body, and stabs into the claw that is binding you, like that is stabbed into you, with the dagger. and you
So-
see the wolf kind of recoil at it. It doesn't seem too hurt, but the dagger definitely did something.
Fuck's sake. I'm furious.
And then Rosalind is going to attempt to get over the attempt to get over the tree, which is a 2d4 for her, and she needs to get a 5. That
Ooh.
isn't very good.
Oh
Oh.
no.
Can I
Um,
use my turn that's coming up to try and catch her?
Oh,
yes.
that's what I was gonna do as well. If you didn't.
Yeah, I'll say Thandor, you're like you're pretty secure on there, so you can take your turn. This can be, I think, a strength check or a constitution
you-
check.
You know me, Davey. I am so strong in Constitution. Which am I now? I am equally strong as I am. Wow.
That's all. So you don't pull. You are able to grab Rosalind as so she doesn't like come immediately get dragged away by this very strong current. You're able to grab her, but you aren't able to pull her back onto the tree at the moment. And then we're gonna go to Flynn.
Mhm.
As you're at the tree now, so you also have to climb over it to some extent.
Yes. I will do that. May I make little like fake rope? Imagine there's like it's like a rope bridge and there's little rope handles that go across the entire length. Just like make those out of magic. So it looks like I just like throw a bit of um like a little magic rope over to the side so I can act as like a handhold.
Sure. I'm gonna. I will say roll. This can be a bit funky, but I'm gonna roll with it for now. I'm gonna ask you to roll with a strength check, and then add your
Strength.
magic.
Okay, that's not very good. I will give it a go. Where have my d4s gone? My d4s gone. They're hidden. Okay, there they are. The first one's my just strength. Oh, that's a 4. It doesn't explode though, unfortunately.
That is good.
And then a 2 on the magic, so that's 6 total.
Okay, the 2 on the magic. So you cast this you do see like these like honeycomb waxy ropes appear. And as you do that, I'm gonna say you get on your agility check to get across. You'll get a +2 bonus from that magic dice.
Okay.
And then for Thandor, I'm gonna say you can use the rope as leverage to help Rosalind up. And I will give the strength. Essentially, you get a +4 from like the strength that's then rolled.
Oh, no.
So I'll say Flynn, you make your agility check, and then Sandra, I'll let you roll another
Okay.
strength.
I'll do an agility check and I get to add 2 to it, right?
Yes.
Okay. That is.
You
Oh,
want to get a 5.
oh, I'm glad I got the +2. That's a 3 on the die.
Awesome.
+2 for a 5.
Okay. So using the ropes, you are able to actually just get around Thandor, and and you don't make it the full way across, but you are around halfway to like 3/4 of the way across. And then Thandor, roll your next strength check. So you get an
I'm
8
nothing
on
but
that
consistent.
total.
Maybe?
So this time around, you are able to pull Rosalind back up, but we'll probably need to try to. That was your roll for your turn, so you'll have to try and make your tree roll again next turn. We're going to move back to Ivan, who thankfully doesn't have a claw in them any longer. What do you wish to do?
That's good.
You are on
18.
2 wounds.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I might have
And
to
I'm
leave it with the
debating using
fucking
my
true
turn to
ties.
cuss out Mara. I will not do that though. Can I empath magic try and calm the wolf down and just trying to be like, look, I know my companion here just stabbed you. We're not your enemies. Please stop attacking us. We're here to help. We know something's upset you, something is riling you up. We're here to fix that, hopefully.
I will let you. This is gonna be a difficult check, so it's gonna be I'm gonna say difficulty. What should I say? Difficulty 10. And you can use it's gonna be difficulty 10. And it's gonna be composure, and you can use your either magical or empathetic, whichever one.
Okay. I'm going. Well, I guess it's magic in nature because I'm trying to. I'm not being empathetic with a wolf. I'm trying to project calm, peaceful friendliness into it. That is exactly a 10. Heck yeah.
Exactly a 10.
Nice.
Also, my 8 composure before, did that fail? Do I get a adversity token, or is that still to be determined?
The 8 was from
When I was stabbed, that was a composure to be like, I'm really fine, guys. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna say combined with this check that it was a success.
Okay, cool. Never mind.
So you effectively use a calm motions on the wolf. It as like it does it's still kind of recoiling from the injury. But as you kind of force like almost your own perspective onto this creature, you see on its turn it kind of steps back for a moment, and it begins to growl, but it doesn't take any like aggressive actions on its turn.
Okay, good. At the end of my turn, could I interpose myself between Mara and the wolf so that Mara has to step through me to get to the wolf because I do not want her stabbing it again.
Yes. What does it look like as well as you like calm this creature down magically?
What was my empath? I think there's like a part of the fog, hurricane, storm, and stuff that kind of emanates like around me for a moment, and then goes and joins the wolf aura kind of thing, and it just kind of like slowly intertwines the two, like hot air and cold air mixing. So it just kind of you can see like two different densities of air combining until they just kind of merge into the wolf's hurricane.
I'll say as that fog does kind of, as you kind of get this fog and then pass it over, while it gets to you, the hue of the fog does change to a bit more of a red.
Ooh, okay.
As that happens, I'm gonna say Mara on her turn is, kind of looks to you and is like, what did you do? What is happening?
I am helping calm the situation. Please stay your hand.
Fine.
The people clearly know nothing of spirits. I am here to help.
Look, all I know is that thing could kill me very quickly. If it takes
Yes, but it does not want to. Like you said, spirits do not attack unless provoked, so do not provoke it.
Fine. It's gonna be that's gonna be Lauren's turn, and then Rosalind is going to make her second attempt to get across the bridge, and we'll get the plus two from the rope bridge. So
Nice.
maybe this time. Rosalind is able to make it through. So as Sandor kind of pulls her back up, you with the thankful assistance of the rope bridge, because I think she would have failed that without. She is able to make it across and also sees this like other figure or other thing like on the floor, in between the 3 shrines. And Flynn, you also see this one now as well.
Yes.
As that happens, we're gonna move back. Actually, no, it is your turn, I think, Flynn.
Okay. I, as I said, I will go examine this on the floor. I was going to have a look around and see if there's anything that is around this like sacred ground that could be pissing off the guardian.
Mm.
But I imagine this might be that.
I'm gonna say okay. So you do have a decision here because if you go towards the thing, you are kind of stepping away from where your familiars would be. You are kind of walking past them.
I'll go to my familiars first. I thought they were further back. I'm gonna go to Ezra.
Cool.
I'll do that first.
Awesome. So without really needing to make a check, you're able to get to like Conrad and Ezra, who are tucked away behind a mound of earth, so the wind isn't like just dragging them.
Yeah.
Into the air. But you are able to make it to your familiars.
So, y'all all right? No, nothing. He didn't harm you, did he? Look, we're gonna go and try and calm him down now. So just stick with me, stick close, and try not to get blown away by the wind. All right?
Ezra will like give you an acknowledgement, and kind of respond to your question of mentally just being like it didn't hurt me.
Okay. Good. You haven't seen anything around here, have you? No other people.
Just kind of turns its focus towards the thing that you've seen, and then but does not know what it is.
Okay. I'll go over to that then and have an investigate, as long as it seems that Thandor is fine getting across the bridge.
Well, I'll let Thandor determine that. So I think
As I walk
did.
over, I'll keep my eye on Thandor just in case.
Oh, yeah. Thandor, I want you to roll. If you're, I assume you're just trying to make it across the tree. So if you're doing that, just roll another agility check for me, and you get a +2 to this as well.
Oh,
good.
No. All right.
Can I see this happen?
You can see it happen. You see like one of the branches snap under just the weight of Thandor.
Would I be able to do the same like shield thing that I did against the wolf, but have it be, horizontal instead, so it kind of acts as a little cushion?
Ooh, yes. Roll roll a will plus your magic.
I will definitely do that. That will be fine. Yeah. Oh, good. 6, 12, 15, and then 18 total.
Awesome. You're basically just cradle Thandor in like your shield. And are able to kind of, I'm gonna say with the 18, you're able to kind of just pull the shield and Thandor on it towards the other the opposite bank to the river.
Yeah, I will do that.
So he now joins you as well.
Thandor, you alright?
Yeah, I'm alright. Thanks for the save, though.
It's all good. All good. Look, let's check this out and let's hope that Ivan is taking care of himself. It looks like I'm sure he'll be fine.
Oh, wow.
Cool. Speaking of whom, it is your turn, Ivan.
I think again, I'm just gonna keep trying to. I'm at this point just trying to fully befriend this wolf. Like it's clearly afraid of something else. We mean it no harm. It's now not calmed down, but it's now not actively aggressive against us. So I'm just gonna try and, as much as it can understand, explain the situation of, look, we are here foraging for mushrooms. We found pixies in a cage. We set pixies free. We do not agree with whatever practice has happened here. We mean you and spirits no harm. We just wish to collect the mushrooms, get out, and if we can help you in any way, it seems something has upset you, has scared you, has intimidated, has threatened you. If we can help with that in any way, we are of course friends of spirits in this forest.
I'm gonna say this isn't gonna be your main roll, but I'm gonna ask you to roll a wit or a cunning to see if you can get your meaning across to this creature.
And I'll do a cunning. And I assume empath won't help with this, so it's animal.
Yes.
Okay, and that's a 3.
You don't think this creature is. It's not that it doesn't understand you; it's that it's not fully listening.
Okay. Can I try and discern what it's focused on instead then? Or is it not fully listening as in, is it fully listening as in distracted, or not fully listening as in doesn't care what we have to say?
It doesn't really care to listen.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna try and remain as non-threatening and still and we mean you no harm as possible. I guess if that doesn't count as a roll, because it's what I'm already trying to do, I might kind of ready a roll to dodge out of the way if it goes to charge again.
Yeah,
But again, I'm literally trying to be as like, we are your friend, don't worry about it.
I'm gonna say that I think I want you to effectively maintain concentration on the spell you cast.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
No
have
mind,
you
no problem.
roll, basically repeat that roll that you made earlier, the composure plus magic, to see if
Magic.
you can like keep
Yep.
this creature subdued.
Excellent. Oh, excellent. That is a 12.
Cool. So so the wolf like fox in front of you doesn't I think steps a bit further away from you, but still doesn't seem too aggressive. I'm gonna say with your 12 as well, there is I think you can sense that there is a mixture of like it is a lot of anger, but there is like fear mixed into it.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm going to keep also explaining to Mara in that case, like, it is afraid, it is frightened animal. Attacking it only makes things worse. It is better to try and approach it, not to attack it. Okay, please work with me here. I will get us out of this.
Cool. Following that, the spirit on its turn is not really gonna do much. And then following that, it would be Mara, who's also going to stand by you and not do much, and just kind of wait. And Rosalind is just gonna is going to run to actually is gonna run to the to you guys, to you, Flynn, with your familiars.
Mhm.
He's gonna say, I don't know if it's smart to have these little ones try to fly.
No,
I can stay with them here. If you want to go further.
yeah, that might be good. I don't want them to get harmed. If there's shit that is disrupting the spirits around here, I don't want them to get too close.
Cool. So Rosalind's just gonna stay like in this kind of divot with the two familiars that are here.
Get up.
Cool. Then it's up to you. I'll say Flynn and Thunder. You can like take your turns interchangeably.
Get up. Anything you want to do, Thandor?
No. Go for the breathe and recover from my near-death experience. I might have a little nosy around at whatever this thing is.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. As you
Yeah.
kind of get to this thing between the three shrines, you see like it's a like deep blue cloak, and like you see parts of it are soaked in blood. As a portion of like the cloak, and presumably now you notice the body underneath it. It looks like a you know how like water in like very high pressure can like just blow a hole straight through something? It's kind of just like that. It's there is like a series of holes along this like cloak and this person of just very concentrated water that has just very quickly killed this person.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
That ain't ideal. Does it look like an Imperial mage?
It does have the same colors.
I thought it would. I'll go up to. Do I recognize him?
Roll a. I'm gonna say a knowledge check for me.
A knowledge check. Okay. That is a 7 on 2d6.
You don't seem to recognize this person. But what you do recognize is that this person isn't. People who have served for a long time, like there's like patches and stuff that denote rank,
Yeah.
and then some people have medals. This person has like no patches of rank, which means they are like the bottom of the barrel, and no medals.
Wow, loser.
So it's
Imagine
like either
dying
like
on your
yeah, it's either a regular like infantryman effectively, or potentially a newbie.
Imagine dying on your first assignment. Must suck. Well, I investigate around the corpse then and see if there's any see if I can determine what this Imperial mage was doing around her.
I will say roll a wit or cunning check for me.
I will do a wit. Do I have another d6? D4? Yes, I do. That is also a 7.
Cool. You see a satchel that was being carried by this figure. You can't completely ascertain what the contents are entirely, but they do seem like some sort of like arcane tools.
Okie doke.
So as you make that roll, Sandra, is there anything else that you want to do?
I might go investigate the shrine. Have a look at what they're up to.
Cool. As you get to the shrine, you notice that from the you notice that around the kind of doorway is these like two strange looking like charms almost, or symbols, like hung on a string and look I mean, from your perspective you don't really know much about magic, but definitely looks quite magical. And in the door of this thing, despite the wind like basically dragging up the earth and like rocks around you, there's like this fine white powder that sits like that is resting like perfectly along the door to the inside of the shrine. That has not been moved at all by the wind.
The white powder. May I investigate the white powder? Maybe give it a quick sniff.
I need you to roll a strength check.
Oh, sure. Powder is notoriously very heavy. Oh, God, I hope it is salt, because that's what I'm assuming it is.
As you move towards the door of the shrine, there is like almost an invisible barrier that is stopping you.
Oh,
It has a little give as you kind of touch it, but you are not able to push through, so you're not able to touch this powder.
you Flynn. Oh, I think there's something going on over here.
I'll come have a look.
I don't seem to be able to get past this air.
And we come take a look at what's going
I
on.
just
here.
wanted to try some of this cocaine, but apparently.
I think that might be salt, my friend. May I kick a line out of the salt circle?
I'm gonna say you can do that next turn.
Yes,
But
sure, next turn.
So I will move to Ivan, who I'm gonna
Pandora,
unless you-
stop eating the air, you silly fella.
unless you try to do anything specific, you can like try maintain again your magic on this creature. The difficulty is gonna go up slightly from a 10 to a 12.
Yeah. I'm just gonna keep concentration on this. Maybe try and get Mara to go help out the others, seeing as I have this under control and I don't trust her not to fuck it up.
The
But also I'm
control.
scared that movement might distress her. So it might distress the wolf, the wolf or the wolves. So that is a 9 plus that is exactly 12. Hell yeah.
Exactly. Jesus Christ.
Convenient.
I'm taming this fucking wolf, okay?
Again, the creature doesn't really do like it doesn't move much. It kind of just stays and watches you, and just keeps an eye on you. You do see, although it's not like actively hostile, it does seem like it's scanning for options. Is the best way to put it. It does seem like it's not fully just like going to believe you are friendly. So you see like parts of his body like internally begin to freeze up and form like another like boulder of ice. Only it's only starting, so it's very small at the moment. But as it does so, you do see the body like shrink somewhat as the like ice leaves it.
Cool. If possible, because I think this is how I made my empath magic work, I'm gonna just open a channel so that I'm projecting all the like. I'm disgusted at the fucking what is it, Ferentium like cages that we found. Ivan's genuinely furious at that, and so it's like a we're on your side. I hate that, and if possible, I want to try and take in some of their anger and panic and confusion into Ivan, and then I'm just gonna externally take that out on Maria, not Maria, Mara, and be like, look, you are not helping. Go help others. They might have more use for you. I have it under control here. You are scaring this creature. Please, I thank you for your service, but fuck off.
Fine, fine. And she begins to like run towards the tree bridge. As that's happening, the creature does remain somewhat alert, but isn't. It's all focusing on you as you're kind of mind linking with it. Flynn and Thandor, as you guys are over by the shrine, Flynn,
Yes.
as you attempt to kick the salt, you are unable to. It's almost like kind of solid and to the ground.
Well,
But you are able to make it past the door. There is no resistance as you try to get through the door.
okay. Then are you pulling my leg? Can you just not walk through solid air, my friend?
well, I thought there was something there, but maybe it was all psychological. Let me try again.
It's the psychological blocks. They're legit. They happen.
Roll
I
another
get you.
strength.
You know me. I'd be like average strength.
You are unable to get past the door.
Yay!
All right.
What you do notice, Flynn, though, is the charms that are by the sides of the door as well, that are like strung up on each side. also very similarly seem like charms that are created by wizards to keep
Yes.
spirits away from somewhere.
Yes,
And the
I
salt
assumed as
is the salt is almost like a circuit to connect them.
Yeah.
It's like the wire.
But may I either attempt to like scribble out whatever runes are emplaced on the walls, or try and use some magic to try and like cancel out the blockage?
Yes, I'll say
Trying to-
which one. Which one are you gonna try to do? I'm not. So one of these is a lot harder. I'm not gonna specify which one.
Okay. It's gonna be harder. I feel like I mean, this is a weak ass magic bitch, so his magic can't be that strong. I'm gonna attempt to oppose, like, do like a counter field on whatever blocking magic is going on.
Sure. I will. I will ask you to roll a will
Yep.
plus your magic dice. You're trying to beat a 15.
Okay. I've rolled good so far. Don't let me down now. What have I got? Okay. 7 plus. What are you? Oh, 11. 11 plus my magic dice. Oh, 12.
12. So as you kind of focus your magic on these charms, immediately you can tell that the wizard who was like dead, definitely did not make these charms.
Yeah.
But while you aren't able to break through the charms, you can still get through the shrine door.
Yeah.
And within the shrine, you can see a it is this like mass of water that is well, first of all, you see dayline mushrooms.
Oh, that's good.
They do look like lion's mane mushrooms, and are quite blinding.
Okay.
But besides, like, this mass of water is shaped and formed like what you think would be an egg.
Okay. There's no one else in here, yeah?
There's no one else in here.
Okay. So mushrooms there and weird watery egg.
Yeah.
What's going on with the watery egg again? Sorry. Is it just there?
It's just kind of there.
Okay. Oh, I assume this is either the spirit's baby. Can spirits have babies? The spirit babies?
Give me like 2 seconds. I'll answer your question.
Yeah, of course.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay.
Do spirit
I've been
spirit
standing here,
babies?
spirit baby.
Spirit
I
sex?
like
Oh yeah, that's
spirit
true.
spirit blood.
That's
Yeah.
true. Spirit sex. Very true.
Go to the
It's
cave.
So I imagine this is just like, yeah, this is a spirit baby. I imagine this might be a
Yeah.
spirit baby. A spirit
They tried to
Okay.
the wizards tried to steal the forest thing's
The
baby.
coy approach to
We'll
try
just
and
kill
put
it.
it back, and it just absolutely lose like it shit at us for doing.
If we
everything
touch
it's
the
saying.
egg, we fucking die. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want an apology, not for Ivan, for me, for how you treated me for my response to dealing with this water spirit.
It ended up better than I expected.
good.
You still took a wound. You are still on your second wound.
Yeah, I took a wound. Am I dead? Is Ivan dead?
Nearly. You're 2/3 the
Is
way
Ivan
there.
about to have a pet? Is Ivan about to have a pet water/ice wolf?
I don't think so.
Yeah, well, you would think that because you have no faith in your god.
You're not my god. How dare you?
It's convenient
I
for you that
dare.
you're rolling in person and you keep getting the exact rolls you need.
True. Are you cheating, Jay?
True. I'm not. I can start rolling in Foundry if you prefer, but I am on fire.
No,
Jack
it's
is
all good.
cheating.
To answer your question,
Jack, it's officially
The-
over.
is-
You've posted one of
it
your
is
things.
it is entirely unknown how spirits come into being.
Okay.
So it's
How
like
how do spirit bloods? Do spirit sex human? Spirit sex thing? Yes? No?
I
I
How
must know
is-
for my fanfic,
I-
Ariane. Come on.
I would say
Ariane, explain the
since
intricacies of sex in your world, please.
you would have
I'm begging.
knowledge of like spirits just from your past. To be real with you, it's fully unknown.
Okay.
It's almost
Oh.
like in like myth where like sometimes gods just do have sex with people, but also sometimes it's just
Yeah.
like a random thing of like, oh no,
Okay.
now there is a child.
Okay. It's just they just child. Okay.
So it is almost like it doesn't not make sense that there's an egg here, but also it doesn't make sense at the same time.
Okay. The egg is child. Who knows? Good. If the egg is looking fine and stable where it is, then I'll go back and it's my turn. I've already done a roll,
Yeah.
but I'll attempt to still. I'll go back and get and scroll off the like sigils and things to try and
Yeah.
allow Thandor to come in
Sure.
because he's spirit blood,
Cool.
right? Thandor is a spirit blood.
Yeah.
Orcs are.
Yes.
Okay, I thought so.
Okay then. I'm gonna say let us have Ivan roll one more magic to keep this wolf calm. So roll the composure on magic. This time the is gonna be 13.
Believe in you, Ivan.
Exactly 13. I wish I was making this shit up.
You
553.
Cheating! Wow. Okay.
Right.
So-
I'm not
Jack,
gonna
we can
apologize
have
for being
the
good
check
at rolling dice, okay?
anal beats.
Highly suspicious how good you are at rolling those dice, Jack. I think. Are you just? Did you
Yeah.
practice beforehand? Did you dice count?
Shh, I've been revising for this session, guys. I'm sorry.
You
Yeah,
see
I
the
can tell.
wolf pull the not pull the it kind of pulls the boulder back into its body, and you can kind of see the ice kind of melt and it diffuses back into the body, and the wolf grows again. It gets closer to you.
Yeah. I was gonna try
but
and get
this
closer to the wolf. If I
yeah.
can, like, use some magic to create like a snowball of my own, I'd love to. I want to play fetch with this wolf.
But it doesn't like. There is something clearly still bothering it. But it doesn't
Yeah, that's fair.
approach you aggressively. So I'm gonna say. Flynn. I'm gonna say roll your attempt to break the to undo the magic or
Yes.
whatever other things you're doing.
What would you like me to roll for that?
What are you trying? What are you attempting to do this time around?
Well, I can't oppose the magic 'cause I'm a weak little bitch, and whoever did this is not the weak little bitch that died. So the sigils on the wall, I'm gonna take out my sword, and imbuing it with magic, I'm gonna carve like basically other runes over the top of it, so then it can't understand what the circuit's trying to do, I guess.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna say roll. It's gonna be pretty difficult. So I'm gonna say you'll have to get a. I'm gonna say an 8.
Okay.
And this time it would be. What should I be making you roll?
I have no idea.
Since you're attacking it, I'm gonna say a strength or agility, and then add your magic dice or your swordsman
Okay.
dice.
Okay. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. Oh, that's all right. What do I have to beat again?
You have to beat an 8.
Okay. Right. Cool. And then that is jet. Oh, you explode. Oh, you explode. Okay. Okay. That is a 10.
Cool. As you pace into like the runes that are causing this barrier to spirits, Thandor, you almost fall in as you're like pushing against this barrier that now just suddenly disappears. An assault that was
Whoa.
lining the door immediately like takes off and is carried away with the wind. As you can now, spirits can now enter the space.
Uh, oh, whatever you did, Flynn, it worked.
I'm nothing but good for you, Thandor.
Uh,
There's an egg in here. Someone's the whoever the Imperial mages are coming and trying to, I don't know, they were trying to steal the egg or harness the power of the egg. And I ain't a mother, but I'm assuming that pissed off the mama wolf out there.
Okay. I'll say this is a general thing now. As Flynn has like broke these runes and Ivan is maintaining like the calm on the wolf. What are we doing as a group? Because like you've done stuff, but that does like the fog is still surrounding you, and there is still a hefty wind, even if it isn't as rash as before.
Ivan is fully committed to staying with this wolf until someone comes back to let him know what's happening, or, well, basically as long as it takes. But if I can, like, because Ivan believes that this wolf is responsible for the fog, wind, again, etc., because it's scared. So again, if I can like play, like, and genuinely, if Ivan could like play fetch with this wolf by like creating a snowball or something, or like I just want to like calm it down, be friends with it. I'm fully gonna try and tame this wolf now.
Okay. I would just roll just a general composure for me, or a
General
presence
composure.
actually. It can be composure or presence.
If you insist, presence. No magic.
Yeah.
No magic. This
He's
is
making a
just your
physical
base
snowball.
like ability.
Oh, that is 14. Okay,
Oh,
the reason I've
damn.
been rolling so well is because I think I've only rolled social checks, which are my highest, except for the one time I had to roll the 1d4 Constitution. So that's partially why I'm doing so well. But that's a 14
14. Okay. Uh,
on presence.
it like this wolf does seem friendly towards you, but it doesn't like seem in a state of mind to just be friendly.
That's fair.
So you're kind of still with it, and you've got the magic that is still on it, and it kind of just almost like as if it's in status, it's just kind of waiting there.
Mhm.
Similar to you for like to be told something essentially.
Can I glean any insight as to what the wolf, like what made the wolf like this, or
Hmm.
like with the empath connection I've been establishing?
I'll say just roll your
Oh,
empath dice. You want a 3 or a 4?
I said, around this,
Um,
just like communication magic exists? Like, would I be able to send messages to Ivan?
Not over the distance you're currently at.
Okay,
You'd
cool.
have to get a bit closer, but yes, you would. There would be like essentially magic to throw your voice.
Okay.
I got a 1, unfortunately.
A 1.
Oh.
Okay. So I'm gonna say as you try to focus your attention on this creature, um, you don't really see anything. You kind of stand there and focus on the connection that you have. Uh, you I think you get the feeling that something kind of blocks off that connection.
Interesting. Does it feel similar to the spirit parasites I've engaged with? Like a blockage of some kind?
Yes.
Fascinating.
I'm assuming that you're probably just gonna communicate with Ivan. I will say it's not that hard to get close enough to like throw the message you need to get across.
Yes, I was going to do that. Oh, I'm going to ask Thandor if he can keep an eye on the egg, maybe collect the mushrooms, make sure that the egg seems comfy. I don't know.
Mushrooms,
You,
you say?
you don't need to sit. You don't need to sit on it, but just make sure it's all right. I'm gonna go try and tell Ivan.
We'll get a
And yeah, I'll.
Rosamund to go collect the mushrooms. They are the expert after all.
Please do not fry up the egg with the mushrooms. I swear to God. I will go out and get close enough to where I can assume I know where Ivan is vaguely, if there's still a giant ice wolf in the distance.
Yes.
And I will get close enough to send a message to Ivan, being like, if you're still good and if you calm down the wolf, it has a child, I think. Here, there's an egg, and it looks like its egg. There are some mages that were, I assume, harming it, but there's no one else around here now. We've got it safe. Let it know that its child is safe. That might calm it down.
Ivan will try and do that with my empath connection. Just be like, child safe.
I'm gonna say you can. I'm gonna say if you say that, at that point you can immediately just kind of say child. You see the spirit's like focus actually turn to you and listen.
Ooh, okay.
Nice. You could get that.
Its name is Child.
Yeah, Ivan's gonna kind of like tentatively move towards where the shrines are and try and get the Fulf to follow.
Sure.
Or if the Fulf just kind of bounds ahead, I'll let it. And on the way, if the connection's still up, I just want to try and be like, child safe. Mages gone. We don't like mages either.
Cool. I'm gonna say you're also able to get past the river pretty easily. You can see like the the rate of flow of the river has decreased as this creature has calmed down. So you
Oh,
can
okay.
just kind of get past it. And you
You guys are so fucking welcome.
see
I want to hear no
this-
shit about Ivan for the rest of this campaign.
You see
Think of-
the creature kind of mosey up towards the shrine. And it shrinks almost instantly to like the size of an actual fox. And enters the shrine. Looks over the scrolled out like runes. And sprays a bit of water onto them, and like now that they are gone, is it able to like kind of wash it away. And it kind of cuddles up towards the egg, which is a bit odd because the egg was still like size in proportion to the big wolf, and now it is small. But somehow it works.
Oh.
You see that point, like as I would say I feel like as you cross the river perfectly fine, Ivan, you kind of saw Mara still like trying to attempt to get across the tree, and then sees you and is like, well, fuck, and then joins up with you, and then Rosalind also kind of joins you guys with your familiars.
Yay.
Uh,
And what? Oh God, what's his name?
Milo.
Milo. Milo's just chilling.
Milo's not writhing around in the ground anymore. What the hell?
Hell
Whoa.
yeah.
my
You,
goodness.
yeah.
as I catch up to Mara, I do want to quickly apologize and just be like, I apologize if I was harsh. It is very important. It is, your village does not understand spirits very well. You are, ignorant sounds harsh, but it is true. Spirits do not have to be enemies. They don't have to be inconveniences. They don't have to be burdens if you treat them with respect and reverence that they deserve. This wolf was one such occasion. You attack it, it attack back. You friendly to it, it is simply mother protecting child. You understand?
I understand. I'm going to be real with you though. It did, like, shoot you out of a tree initially.
It did.
And
We are in its land. We are trespassers in its nest protecting its child. I do not hold that against spirit. You should not either. You were not one with icicles in chest.
look, I agree with you that spirits aren't simple creatures. We don't have access to whatever you did to calm it down.
I understand.
Yeah, she kind of walks away from the conversation.
Just
Well, I haven't apologized, so I don't care.
Yeah. Since I'm outside still, presumably, I'll go up to Ivan and be like, Ivan, that you did a really good job on calming that creature down. Thank you very much. You took a lot of risks.
Thank you, Flynn.
So let me see if I can potentially catch you up. I know some healing magic.
Oh, please do. I did not wish to show, but
I
it fucking hurt
I
like a
see that you
motherfucker.
have a mild hole in your chest, and that ain't, and in my professional medical opinion, that ain't good.
It is closer to shoulder, but yes, I do indeed have hole inside of me where I should not have hole.
No, you have a set number of holes, and I don't think you want to have any more than you already have.
I could not agree more.
May I attempt to heal a wound?
Yes.
Seems like I know healing magic.
Roll just your magic dice. I want to say healing is probably a more difficult magic to cast.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say
this is what I kind of hoped to spec into ish originally.
I'm gonna say on your magic dice, if you need to get a 4.
A 4.
Yes.
Okay. Oh god.
You must explode.
Well, let's see. A 3.
3. So as you kind of focus your magic on to this this gap in Ivan's body, as well as like probably the massive bruise from taking a giant boulder of ice to the face.
Yeah, that wouldn't be ideal either. That's not great.
And the fall out of the tree, yes, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
You're not able to fully close the wound and fully heal the injuries.
That's okay.
But you do make it a bit easier. But as you're kind of focusing on this, you feel like a presence by your leg, and you see like the wolf, the spirit has kind of stepped back outside and rests its paw on your foot. And as that happens, there's like almost like an excess flow of magic moves through your body. I'm going to say you are able to heal 1 wound with the assistance of the spirit.
Thank you, friend. Thank you, friend. I was a bit too expended. You're a good girl, good boy, good wolf.
It nods a good wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, Rosalind comes by and kind of just shoves the 2 familiars in Thando's hands. It's like, hold these, I need to get the mushrooms. And just kind of...
Oh, okay. Sure, why not?
Yes.
Yeah. And then Rosalind doesn't take all the mushrooms. She does leave some, but takes like I would say like half of the dayland mushrooms that were in the shrine, and wraps them and bags them, and gives some of them to the rest of you, specifically Fandor, who can carry things.
Big boy.
Away.
Just piling up.
That was an adventure.
Wasn't it just?
Yes, I will
Frankly,
sleep well tonight.
yeah, I'm a bit concerned. I don't think it's quite over. Ivan, just to catch you up, I will just tell Ivan that there's dead mages. There's another mage that casts spells, etc., so that he knows what happened over here.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so
One
there's
of us
still
probably carried the corpse back.
maybe it might be good for examination, I suppose.
I'm sure their family might like
Should
to
we?
know where they are
Maybe.
I've
Hang on.
I've
Very important.
and know where their
Does
grave
Mara
is.
or Rosalind know this mage, or was it from the? Are they from the village? They are.
as
I
you
was gonna
kind of
fucking deliver.
as you kind of go to question, I mean, this is a pretty gross dead body, and as like, both of like as Rosalind approaches, Emily kind of gags,
Mm.
but then like pushes that away from her, and it's like, I don't really I can't say I recognize this person. Your best bet is talking to the the village leader. He mostly works with any mages or talks to any mages that pass by Crimdon.
Village leader.
That
Is that
is
Dalen? Daynell?
Daynell, yeah.
Yeah, good old day
Interesting.
now.
You see Mara come by, and in some sentiment, she's like, I don't speak to mages very much. I don't recognize this one. My father's probably the best person to ask about that.
I do not know if we need to bring. I would feel weird bringing body into village that is dead. It feels better to bury them out here and then talk to Daniel about it tomorrow or at some point.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I can tell, this guy was not super important. Not to be rude to the fella, but well, you don't know to be rude to the fella. He did try and come out here and harm all these spirits.
Yes, I worry if
But
they have magic beyond their means that there might be other mages that may cause issues later for this village and these spirits.
exactly, there's at least one other out there because he could not. This guy, let me tell you, he could not cast the warding spells. The sigil out there that was stopping the spirits, he would not be able to do that. That took a lot of magic. So there is at least one other guy out here.
Right.
Um,
I think it best we not bury them at least on the spirits' sacred ground.
Agreed.
That was
Agreed.
the idea. But we can find our way back here, so we can do that
Yes.
another time.
Yes,
Right.
it is very late. We
It
need
is
to get
getting late.
mushrooms back and yes.
I mean, we could camp. No, we should get back.
I have changed mind on camping. It sounds like not best idea.
And no, I mean at least the weather's clear. But I think let's get back. I'm also gonna go warn the Wolf about any other mages around here. Seeing as it seems to be the guardian of this whole forest, maybe it can warn the other either pixies or any other friendly spirits around here of potential threats.
Yes.
The wolf, now kind of back in its initial size, kind of gives you a nod.
Mhm.
And as you begin to leave, you see like a path. The fog around the space has now dissipated. You see it launch like a stream of fog in the direction of the village, so you can be
Alright.
led back home without issue.
Nice.
Before we go, can I check out the two not desecrated but like run down shrines by the preserved one just to see like were they destroyed by mages or is it like natural wear and tear over years that like what the one?
Roll a. Roll a. I'm gonna say knowledge check.
A knowledge. 1.
It looks like it could be either. I don't think you can tell from the wreckage if it's like just natural wear and tear or if it's been destroyed. Like there's stuff grown over it, but that could just be because it was broken a long time ago.
Quickly. Do adversity tokens last between sessions?
Yes.
Okay, never mind then. So I will not burn all of them on this then.
Oh, I completely forgot about those. Oops.
This guy! I've been keeping track.
Yeah, I don't know if I was
Unfortunately,
keeping
I've not
track.
failed much, so I'm too busy. I've not got many.
That's true.
Thunder,
failed the one,
I
that's
think
right.
you should have 3 more.
Okay.
And then Flynn.
I think I have like 2, probably.
Yeah.
2 or 3. I'll go with 2 because I don't remember.
Yes.
I have 3. More.
Yes. I'm gonna say just because Doug's not here, as you kind of walk back towards, as you like follow this like path of fog back towards the village. I'll end the session there.
Yeah. Woo!
You know,
Oh, wait, fuck, before the end of the session, one final check. Do I see any Violet's Eye in this special clearing?
Roll.
oh,
Roll a. I'm gonna say roll a d20 for me.
nice.
Evan, this is your D20 chance to redeem itself. 4.
4.
Oh,
You don't see any Violet's
Ow.
Eye.
Proven.
rip.
You do see. You do notice that. It isn't that far from the shrine. To where you saw those like initial. You know where you saw the bits of upturned earth. It does get somewhat close to the shrine, but doesn't like it. Still maintains a decent perimeter from it. But you don't unfortunately see any Violet's Eye.
So last thing, as we're like leaving the area, can I do one quick scout around as we're leaving for any signs of the other mage, whoever that may be?
Yeah. Roll. I'm gonna say
Like-
I'm gonna say
Like any
roll a
lingering magic, maybe, I don't know.
yeah.
I don't
Roll
know
a
if that-
knowledge check for me.
I will do that. I'll do that just for
What is it,
you
Tuberous
because you're so
Thought of
nice.
his name?
Just for you, Arian, because you asked so nicely. Do I add anything to that, or just straight up knowledge?
Add your magic as well.
Oh, okay, cool. That's a 6 plus 3 for 9.
There
9
doesn't
total.
there doesn't seem to be there doesn't seem to be like magic of another wizard lingering around here.
Okay, cool. Sounds hogging. I'll leave it at that then.
Cool. As you, yeah, I'm gonna say as you are on your way back to the village on this fine night, we'll end the session there.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
good.
Thank you,
very
Ariane.
much. Thank you.